Hey guys, so today we are going to be doing a God rank grind video. You guys know these by now. These are longer videos. I do about like a third of the video commentary. The latter 2/3 is probably going to be gameplay only. But this time we're going to be grinding to God rank with LOE, but we are going to be including JIREN in the leader slot here. So I guess technically with JIREN on the team, it does become powerful opponent. So I guess you can call this the powerful opponent grind to God rank here. Essentially what this team ends up being is, what I like to do with LOE is I like to run the yellow blue variant. So I run the Zenkai full power Frieza, the LF full power Frieza, and the Revival Frieza. You can obviously still use the Zenkai LF purple Frieza as well. He does provide a lot of extra damage, key recovery, blue card, all that good stuff. But for me personally, I do probably like to use the Zenkai full power Frieza a little bit more than that guy. And then of course, if we ever run into Bardock, we just go ahead and use Chilled, because for some reason people just bring Bardock even though Chilled nullifies his entire existence. But anyway, this is what we're going to be doing in terms of the equipment for JIREN. We're going to be using the first one, which is, as you guys know at this point, both defenses, it's ultimate and special move damage. Then we have the base, or not the base, the pure blast attack whenever you have a ranged battle member. And then the last one is the unique equipment for Universe Survival Saga. And then standard equipment across the board for both the Revival Frieza and the LF Frieza. Now the reason why I'm using, if you look at the Zenkai full power Frieza and Chilled, they both have an equipment that requires that you have other Frieza Force members in the team. And the reason why I'm using that equipment is because whenever we are going to be using either the Zenkai full power Frieza or the Chilled, they're going to be kicking JIREN off the main rotation of the team. So if we go against the Bardock, I'm going to be using Chilled instead of JIREN. And if we end up going against a team that has like no red units whatsoever, and I feel comfortable bringing both the yellow Friezas, we're just going to bring the 3 Friezas instead of using JIREN in that scenario. But yeah, this team is very, very good. I think I remember saying this back when, before LOE started getting all these buffs. One of the things that the LOE team is missing out on is an AoE green card. And it really, really does help them gain priority, because that's one of the things that LOE kind of was lacking on, not so anymore, but just the ability to gain priority easily. I think Revival Frieza does help in that regard because of his green card and the way that he's able to gain priority with that from long range, right? But JIREN being able to effectively just, for free gain priority in some cases with that green card. And then obviously as well, he does have the endurance when the enemy rushes. He gets ridiculously strong with the support coming from both the LF Frieza and the Revival Frieza. So JIREN does look really, really good in this video. But yeah, this team definitely felt really good for me when I was grinding with it. Not really much else to say here. Let's go ahead and jump into the first match here with the LOE / powerful opponent build with JIREN and the Friezas together. Alright, first match we are up against an LOE team. A pretty tough team to start things off with here. Not really much else to say. I anticipate him bringing double yellow because I have no reds here. Let's see if he actually does that. He does, yeah. But he does actually bring the green Frieza. I'm really surprised why he would do that. I guess he's scared of Revival Frieza? Okay. So JIREN right off the bat is not really going to be looking super impressive because he doesn't have card draw speed, doesn't have endurance, doesn't have like all of these things. It really requires the enemy to rush. And the good thing about running JIREN on this team is that we do have access to a revive character, so if the enemy does have a character like this LF full power Frieza who nullifies endurance, we can have another character eat the rush in Revival Frieza, and then JIREN still is able to, maintain that endurance and all the other buffs that he does get there. So pretty much my goal here is to be able to rush with the LF full power Frieza, and if we do that successfully, we pretty much just instantly win the match. There's not really much you can do about it. I think I go into JIREN here most likely. Yes, I do. So much ki back from that Frieza. You can see how much ki we got back from that. And here, I think we just go ahead and, go into Frieza. And I honestly, looking back, I probably should have just rushed right there, but I would really prefer not to rush that green pod Frieza. But here we do get the rush again, go for the rush right here. I'm actually a little bit suspicious of whether or not we can kill this full power Frieza. But just remember, we do nullify endurance, and it looks like the power is enough to take him out here if this goes through, and it does. Just shows the raw power of this Frieza. This Zenkai full power Frieza that he just ate the rush with is insanely tanky, and we still basically one-shot him from full HP, so that's pretty good. I couldn't really do much there. I didn't want to waste my main ability to get my advantage back. I wanted to save it for later because I think it'll just be way more useful later on. He actually has 2 greens there. So if he actually goes with the blast or something, again, if he goes for a strike here, we can go into Jiren and cover change, but he does not. At this point, we're really not in any danger here because I can just go into Jiren and he can't do anything. It's pretty much the end of the match too. We'll be cover changing as well, so I think he just forfeits. Yeah, he does. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Alright, so match number 2 up against a Fusion Warrior team. Pretty good looking Fusion Warrior team. They're pretty much fully maxed out on every unit. Ultra Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they're all annoying to fight. So we're gonna have to probably get a rush in as early as we can here. Goes with the Gogeta here. I go for the strike. I actually thought he was creeping up on me there, so I was waiting for him to come into close range, but it ended up being a mid-range strike, but it caught him off guard anyway. Again, I think mid-range strikes against blast armor units are actually a fine tactic to use. He goes with the tackle with Uv. Jiren not really going to be doing a lot of damage here with type disadvantage, and he's not, doesn't have his full array of buffs yet, so kind of just sitting back, collecting Dragon Balls, gaining some key back with Frieza here. Gonna throw that out. It does end up staying with Oob, which is fine. We're slowly whittling him down. I didn't think he'd sidestep right away, which is why I went for the taps there, but he does. This is okay. Again, we do eventually want to fall below 60% HP so we can get our buffs with the LFO Power Frieza here. He goes for a tackle, which is very strange there. I'm going to go right away here. If he wants to use the Gogeta cover change, I'm okay with that. He doesn't actually switch, though. So there's our 60% damage, 60% HP threshold achieved. Gonna go back into Jiren. If he goes for a rush, we can just eat it with the Revival Frieza. Well, now I'm just gonna eat it with Jiren, because he can't kill me. I don't think. Yeah, he's doing like almost 0 damage here, so if he wants to rush, we would still live that. This is gonna do 0 damage. Go for the tackle there, and I'm scared of a green card, so I just go right away with a strike there, end up catching him with it. Go back into Frieza, and I think we can probably just kill him here, which is why I tap the cards right away. Goes into Gogeta, which is a very strange play, because we just rush him. Right? I mean, you're going to save Oob, but give away one of your Gogetas? Okay. And honestly, if I was in this position here, I probably would choose to sack off Ultra Gogeta. I know that sounds crazy, but in this specific matchup, with there being a blue Revival character on my team, I do think that I personally would value Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta over Ultra Gogeta just because of the anti-revival mechanic. There's Oob dead, and at this point, it's pretty much just going to be taking care of the trash here with Gogeta. Goes for a tackle there, put my main ability. After a slight delay, this is not going to kill him, but I just want to get as much damage in as I can to get him to the point where one blue card would take him out. And we're just going to go through the motions here as we wrap up the second match. But pretty smooth, non-issue at all with this match, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, next match. Once again, we got Ultra Gogeta and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but then we also do have a, 14-star Goku and Vegeta to deal with as well. So yeah, just a bunch of the same units we're fighting over and over again here. Not too crazy, not too out of the ordinary, I guess. Alright, leads with Goku and Vegeta. I'm actually shocked that he would not bring Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He opts to bring Namek Goku over Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I will tell you guys this right now. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, at least with normal Lineage of Evil, is by far the biggest counter to the team. I guess he saw Jiren and he's maybe thought to himself that okay, I don't want this Gogeta getting blown out of the water by Jiren, so I'm going to bring Namek Goku instead. But I still think I probably would have opted to bring the Gogeta over this guy. So get the PV with Jiren, and he's about to go crazy because his blasts are going to do a lot of damage. Remember, he's a full Saiyan team, and Jiren does do extra damage versus Saiyans. End up dropping the combo there successfully. Grab that, and then I think we switch into Frieza and use the blue. Yeah, we do. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, well, I couldn't switch before I clicked that. That was definitely a misplay. Gonna wait for my Vanish to come back. Look how fast that Vanish restored. That was pretty fast. Goes for a full range strike. I mean, I guess he thought he didn't have Vanish, which makes sense. Going to Jiren here, this is fine. Jiren shouldn't take that much damage from this. That's still a decent amount, actually, he took from that. Alright, what's the plan here? I need 3 more Dragon Balls, got 1 in my hand. I wait for him to jump before I go for the blast. Now I need 2 more Dragon Balls. I go for it right away. End up catching with it. Unfortunately, I can't follow up with anything, so I try to catch it. If I was a split second like earlier on that main ability, he would have died. He's definitely switching here, so I think I'm dropping. No, I don't drop. Oh, he doesn't even switch. Okay, well, his Goku Vegeta just dies there. I need one more Dragon Ball for our rush. See if we can get that here. Remember, this Namek Goku's unique equipment does actually give him extra defense and damage to LOE. So maybe that was the thought process for why he wanted to bring this guy. I don't know. But somebody's guaranteed going to die here, and I think I'm going to switch to Jiren to make this happen, because I'd rather him be out on the field against Ultra Gogeta rather than the Revival Frieza. Actually, yeah, this is a better play because... damn, I tried to get him to tackle there. If we kill that Goku with this Frieza, we still have 2 Vanishes left with him, so if we're locked in, it's not really that big of a deal. He's probably going to go for his main here. He goes for just a blue card. Okay, so we're going to eat this with you. Frieza did get his 60% HP threshold activated, so we have his support buff going. I'm going to cancel that right there. I'm actually surprised he went for the strike right there, but it's fine. Again, not really much he can do here. If he wants to rush or use his ultimate, I'm going to probably switch here. Yeah. If he would have rushed before he used his ultimate, I probably would have eaten it with Jiren, just because I think in this specific scenario, I do probably value the Revival Freeze a little bit higher. Now we're just pretty much waiting for an opportunity to rush this guy. If we can rush this guy, we instantly win. So, yeah, and there it is. So, I ended up catching him with the strike cancel. I guess maybe he thought it was going to be a blast, which is why he went with the rush right away. But if you're going to do that, you got to at least give it like a split second to confirm that it's going to be a blast before you click that. Otherwise, you pretty much instantly lose, right? I mean, that guy instantly lost the match as soon as that happened. So that's his Gogeta taken care of. Last man standing Namek Goku, not really going to be a huge problem for this team. This guy has definitely been power crept at this point. No longer are the days of, you know, being super scared to attack this guy when he's last man standing. But that's going to be the end of this one. Let's go on to the next match. Alright, next match up against God Key. Nothing too crazy here. Sometimes you get these matches even when you're close to God rank where it's like you're fighting these people that are just way, way lower than you in terms of RP. This guy is battle rank 61. Keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure I was 69 when I fought this guy. I wasn't looking, but that's an 8 battle rank difference. I don't know how it's possible for me to get matched up with this guy, but it happened. So I'm surprised he went with that. Look how much damage he just took. He's dead. That's it. 2 blast cards. Look how much he just did. I don't know why he tried to blast armor through that at long range. Even if he hit me, I would have done more damage to him than he did to me. So Jiren's going to come through here. I think I go for the green to see if I can get the feint. Because if we feint him here, we instantly win the match. Is he immune to this? No, he's not. There's no way. I just missed it. Damn it. This blue card actually does a lot of damage to him, even though he type disadvantage there, and we're just going to go with this, and that's pretty much the end of this match. Pretty much like a 0 effort win here. You know, bit of a break match, I guess, so we'll move on to the next one quickly here. Alright, next match up against God Key again. I actually don't know. I think this might have been the first match where I actually fought against a Zenkai LF Green Vegeta. Don't really have much experience against him. The one thing I have to keep in mind, though, is that this Beerus can nullify the revive and the Revival Freeze if we get really, really unlucky. So, just gotta remember that. He does go into his Green Vegeta, which is fine. I'm gonna go for my strike here so he can't cover change with Evolution Blue Vegeta. Actually, no, I go for my blue, okay. He is only Zenkai 6. He does get me with the strike cancel there, which was a nice play. I think I don't switch. Yeah, I don't switch because I'm scared of him going to Vegeta. And against this Vegeta, the last thing you want to do is switch. That just feeds his engine more and more. So even though it hurts, you got to stay in and just eat this damage until he's done with his combo. And there it is. He's done. Goes for the taps on Beerus. I think I go right away here. Yeah, I do. Alright, so if he has a blue card, he can power through this, but he's going to take a lot of damage. Yeah, okay, so this guy does like to wait a lot. I'm going to take one... No, I go into Jiren here. Okay, nice. Yeah, Jiren's going to eat this all day long. Not really much he can do about this. And if he switches into Evolution Blue Vegeta, I mean, I can just go into Revival Frieza and we're fine. I think I drop here. Yeah, because he's definitely going to go into Vegeta. There he is. And I think we go into Yellow Frieza. Yes, we do. A lot of damage. There's another blast card. I think we end up just rushing here, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to think. Actually, was it the better play just to main there? The main ability guarantees that we kill, but we end up wasting our second vanish. I think it's actually smarter to rush in that scenario. It's actually that's an interesting play. Like even thinking about it right now, I'm not even sure what the correct play. I'm pretty sure I made the correct play there by rushing, because it's just too valuable to keep that second banish. Like, we actually just need that, I think. So I think I made the right choice there. But at this point, I'm pretty much just going through the motions here. You know, it's not really much he can do. Jiren's going to come in, kick the crap out of everyone. Goodbye, Vegeta. Let's go with the main ability here, see if we can catch him with the LF potentially here. And we do! So that'll be the end of this one. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, next we have, I guess, just a Saiyan team. We got the two annoying units. We got both the Gogetas. They're just so annoying to fight with this team. I hate fighting Ultra Gogeta. Even though Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is better against my team, I still just hate fighting Ultra Gogeta way more. It's just annoying. Alright, so let's see if we can catch him with a Strike Cancel. We do not. See if we can catch him with a Jump. We do. Okay, there we go. So he has cover changes against my Blast Guard with both his units. So I actually like misplayed there. I don't know how that like dashed up there by accident, but it's not what I meant to do at all. He stays in. I think I'm going to drop here. Yeah, I do. Okay. And from this point forward, we go into Jiren, and there's not really much he can do. I mean, he can switch again, which he does, but yeah, it's just when this Jiren gets going, it's really tough to win. This Jiren is able to dominate these fights pretty well. Trying to get this green card off if I can. Okay, well, I'm hoping these taps can kill, but I don't think they do. Yeah, it's 15,000 HP. Nice. Alright, so we're going to go with this. Hopefully he switches into Gogeta so we can get the feint. Switch. He does not switch. Alright, well. Do I go for the main here? I do. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure even if he switches into Ultra Gogeta, this does kill him. So he ends up giving up his Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which, again, I think is probably the wrong play here, but he pretty much is at a really, really bad spot here, so there's not really much he could do, to be fair. Now we're going to switch, because he can't lock me in here, because it's not going into Gogeta. Match is lagging, nice. I'll see if he goes for anything here. I do have double Vanish available, so we can try and get him. Goes for the tackle, which is fine. I think I go with the blue card, because he'll kill the Gogeta if he switches in anyway, so. Goodbye, Gogeta. We're locked in, but we have two Vanishes, so we're okay. Plus, we have the Rush, in case we need it. There's his main. If we can get a Rush off, we just win the match. Gonna use this, second Vanish. I'm pretty sure he just goes for something, so I'm gonna Vanish this. Oh, he actually, that was a good play by him. Okay, so he actually waited that out. He has to Rush, otherwise he can't kill this Frieza. And ult's not gonna kill him. Okay, so we're gonna get our full passive active here, being below 60% HP. We're going to heal up. We still have our ult in our hand. We're looking good. There's not really much you can do. We're just going to rush him because he has no Vanish. And that's going to be the end of this one. Move on to the next one. We'll make the next one a final match that we do commentary for. Okay, final match with commentary here, but we do have a ton of other matches after this without commentary. So what is this? Full power Jiren on mono purple. I'm really not a huge fan of that. I don't think Jiren works that well on mono purple, so I would not recommend running this team, but it's not like a terrible team. The reason why mono purple works so well is because of how many Zenkai buffs you're able to get across the board, and Jiren gets none of them. So that's why I don't like him on this team. He does actually go into Goku and Vegeta, but we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. We had to choose whether or not we want to go for a Strike or Blast, and he does have a cover change against both, so I just kind of, you know, winged it. 50-50 chance that we went through with our combo, but he ended up switching to the right unit, so whatever. Gonna let Frieza take the full force of these attacks because he's not doing any damage at all, so. Do eventually, again, want to fall below 60% HP. Has a green card with Jiren, which is fairly annoying. Does he have a strike card? He does. So we can just go into our Jiren, and I'm pretty sure this just one-shots his Jiren. This blue card is ridiculously strong. It does so much damage. Yeah, look at that. I think I go right away with this green. I do. Yeah, he vanishes, and now we just rush. And that's pretty much the end of this match. There's not really much you can do here. We just, like, absolutely steamroll this guy. And this is just the power of Jiren. When he gets going, you lose. It's just that simple. So we're going to be able to take out this Vegito here after. Hope you guys enjoy this video. And remember to stick around because we do still have, like, 30 minutes of footage after this. Some pretty good fights in there. So there we go. See you guys all in the next one.
所詮はこの程度か。
サイヤ人は一匹。もう一匹。
交代だ。
無駄だな。
任せろ。
虫けらがいなくか。やられちまうとはな。
俺の力の前では無意味だ。
調子に乗るなよ。
行くぞ。これで終わりだ。とどめだ。消えろ。孫悟空、さらばだ。
暇つぶしですか。ま、いいだろう。いや、過去生物だ。目障りだ。あんま過去生物だ。いや、バカな。過去生物だ。なんて絶対に許さんぞ。いやバカな。この程度で俺が止まるか。勝つならどうだ。過去生物だ。仕方ないね。ちょっと脅してやるか。死になさい。いなすか。ゴミと かったね。いなつか。は虫けらが勝つならどうだ。いなつか。ま、当然の結果だね。サイヤ人は一匹たりと死になさい。やる。バカな。死になさい。目障りだ。
任せろ。虫けらがいなつか。交代だ。俺の力の前では無意味だ。行くぞ。これで終わりだ。
ウォーミングアップはこれぐらいにしようかな。ちょっと脅してやるか。身の程を知れ。サイヤ人は一匹たりとも生かして。こうだ。 仕方ないね。
任せろ。なんだと。ゼコ。くらえ。
虫けらが逃がすか。
交代だ。
やーき
教えよ。
無謀なことを。マルケ見なさい。はあ、目障りだ。はあ、エロッカ仕方ない。
交代だ。
仕方ないね。見なさい。はあ、はあ。もう息が切れたのか。
調子に乗るなよ。
仕方ない。ウォーミングアップはこれぐらいにしようかな。見なさい。
くらえ。
いなすか。虫けらが。
交代だ。くらえ。手の力の前では無意味だ。
これが貴様ごときが このフリーザに勝てるわけがない。暇つぶしですか。まあマヌド死になさい。はあいや溢れてくる。受けてみろ。いや逃がさない。ちょっと脅してやるか。死になさい。ウォーミングアップはこれぐらいにしようかな。ちょっと脅してやるか。いやーきその身をもって思い知れ。今度は貴様にも見えるように。遅えよ。所詮はこの程度か。 サイヤ人は一匹たりともいちょっと本気を出してあげようかな。ちょっと脅してやるか。死になさい。この程度で俺が止まるか。虫けらが身の程を知れ、下等生物め。暇つぶしですか。死になさい。脅してやるか。仕方ないね。ウォーミングアップはこれぐらいにしようかな。目障りだ。過去生物だ。目障りだ。バカな。ちょっと本気を出してあげようかな。過去生物だ。仕方ないね。ちょっと脅してやるか。死になさい。死になさい。いなすか。おのれ。もう許さん。バカな。生き残らず生かしては返さんぞ。死になさい。ならどうだ。俺が止まるか。勝つならどうだ。おのれ。もう許さん。目障りだ。過去生物だ。 中の塵にしてやる。今負けるか。
任せろ。その身をもって思い知れ。行くぞ。
虫け。
終わりだ。くらえ。
この程度で俺が止まる。貴様ごときがこのフリーザに勝てるわけがない。暇つぶしですか。死になさい。
私たちからは逃げられん。
終わらせてやる。
任せろ。
始末目障りだ。
交代だ。
見ろ。
くらえ。
ま、当然の結果だね。